Alright, what's up? This is Motorezza, finally getting around to posting a video. So, I just wanted to show the bike first. It's a BMW S1000RR. Hopefully this is a pretty good angle so you guys can see the bike. But yeah, 2024 BMW S1000RR M package. I just got new tires for this, the Pirelli Diablo Super Corsa V4s. They're like brand new tires, just came out. And then I got a full titanium Akrapovic exhaust, so the headers, mid-pipe, slip-on. And then I also got it tuned. So that's everything that's done with this bike right now. There's nothing like particularly special with any of the parts outside of what I listed. So I'm gonna ride to a coffee spot that I normally go to, and that'll be it for this video. And hopefully I got a good angle this time. If not, it's gonna be a whole lot of wasted talking. And hopefully my last time I rode, my stuff got corrupted. So that was a little depressing that happened. I actually had some footage that I felt like could be released to the public. And my SD card went corrupt. It was a 512 gigabyte SD card. It's supposed to be like super nice. You know, you guys that know about SD cards know. And I had a little bit of footage on there, and it just went corrupt. And that was that. So now this will be a little bit of a joyride, not a very long one, but a little bit of a joyride until I figure out how to get to the main road that'll bring me to the coffee shop. But this is my neighborhood, so I don't suspect that I'll be doing this for too long. I should be able to find my way pretty fast. So I have some video ideas planned. I wanted to make a video to help people with lemon law. So if there are people that have a car or a motorcycle, I kind of know the process and they're the same. Of course, the lemon law differs for each state that you're in. But there are some things, every state shares some common legalities when it comes to that. So there are definitely things that you'll have to do regardless of what state you're in, and that's what I want to help people understand. I'm not here to say that any particular bikes are bad or cars are bad, nothing like that, but I just have information that I would like to share with people in regards to how you go about that, because it can be a daunting process, but nobody should have to suffer when they have a vehicle that's brand new, they spent their hard-earned money on, that's not working properly. So that's one of my video ideas. And then outside of that, I just want this to be a moto vlogging channel. If there are people that want to live vicariously through me, maybe this is something that's relaxing for them, then I want to have these videos here that'll allow people to see a different state. Maybe someone is from outside of the US, or maybe they just don't live where I live, and they can see what life is like here for me and the area that I live in. I have another friend that likes to do a lot of test rides as well. he's going to do a test ride tomorrow, some Ducati motorcycles, and I figure he loves test riding, so I was like, you know what, if I actually start this YouTube channel up, that would be a great thing that I can do as well, and I can go do these test rides with him, assuming they'll let me ride one of their vehicles, but I don't see why not. If they're gonna let him do it, I don't see why they wouldn't let me do it. So tomorrow he's going to test ride some Ducatis, and I have a group ride that I was thinking about doing tomorrow. But the group rides are normally like kind of boring. They're not that I'm advocating speeding or anything like that, but there's some group rides that you go on and it's like these people are just going in a straight line and they're all on cruisers. So you can kind of imagine how that could get a little tedious on a super sport. Again, not advocating doing anything illegal, but sports bike riders, and it's not just sports bike riders, but you know, there's a lot of people that like to have a little bit of a spirited ride, to say the least. And I'm also a fan of doing things a little more technical as well. Like, we have curvy roads. We have some curvy roads here. That'll be another video as well, where I'll go out to some of our curvy roads. But I like doing that stuff, you know, I like having spirited rides. I like having spirited rides and going out into the twisties and curvy roads and actually like doing something. It's only so fun to just hold your throttle, or in my case, I can put on cruise control, which is nice. But are you really riding if you're just sitting there in cruise control? Like, don't get me wrong, I love cruise control and I use it all the time. But when I'm on a group ride, I just really like to be with people that want to have fun within reason. I don't like being with the hooligans too much unless it's a small group of hooligans. But let's just live a little. That's all I'm saying. Let's live a little. Another thing I'd like to say, if there are any riders that are watching this video, please, especially if you have a loud exhaust, and even if you don't have a loud exhaust, invest in hearing protection. I'm gonna be honest, I thought that hearing protection was gonna ruin the motorcycle experience for me, and I watch a lot of like safety YouTubers, people that give like motorcycle tips and tricks for safety and how to practice and things like that, and a lot of them do wear hearing protection. But I was like, oh, that's gonna ruin the riding experience so much. Investing in hearing protection is one of the greatest investments that I've made since I've been riding motorcycles. You can hear everything just fine. All right, all it does is eliminate the super loud ripping of wind noise. It like mellows out the high-pitched sounds of your exhaust. If you have like kind of a high-pitched sound to your exhaust, it mellows out that high-pitched sound. And it's like you can just hear the bass of your exhaust. It's really nice. Look, I'm telling you, just try it. And I don't use the little foamy pieces, like the little cheap foamies, but you know, any degree of hearing protection that you can use, I would say is probably beneficial. I can't imagine riding without hearing protection now that I've done it. And then even when I take my helmet off, and I still keep my hearing protection in, and I can have normal conversations with people. If they happen to say something while I'm talking, it can be a little difficult to hear people, but it really does a good job of not blocking out talking. And it also helps with your long-term fatigue when you're riding. I have a comfort seat on this motorcycle, which makes me sit a bit higher. And then I have the hearing protection. So like really, I don't get fatigued like these other sports bike guys do. There's a guy that I know that just got a ZX6R. Hopefully he doesn't watch this video. There's a guy I know that has a ZX6R. He just got it, and he's already complaining about how it can be a little uncomfortable. He's not bitching about it or anything like that, but you know, he brought it up. He's like, I don't know how you can ride your bike all day, but I have this comfort seat, I have hearing protection, and then if I'm dressed in clothes that keep me warm, it's all good. I'm just being quiet right now, letting you guys enjoy the sights and sounds. And yes, I have quick shifters up and down. Don't at me. I know how to shift. But when you have quick shifters, game changer. I think it's important that you understand how motorcycles work, and it's very important that you know how to use your clutch. But I'm gonna be honest, once you get a motorcycle that has quick shifters up and down, that clutch shit is for the birds. But I know how to use it, trust. The other bikes I've had, I've gone through a couple bikes over the years too. So the bikes that I've had a Honda CBR 600 F4i. I had a BMW GS 1200, a Triumph Tiger 1200, and now I'm on this. And I've owned a scooter before too, a 150cc scooter. I've ridden a couple other bikes in between that I didn't own, just got a chance to ride. I've ridden a Ninja 500, CBR 300, a Grom, and a Honda Rebel 300. So I've got to experience a good amount of bikes, in my opinion. I do want to get on like a supermoto. I want to be on something that's really lightweight and can go off-road. Because off-roading is so fun. And on the adventure bikes I had, I'm not like a super experienced off-road person, but I am a very comfortable person. So I took it on like some hard sandy beaches. I've taken it on dirt paths. I've taken it through muddy water. And that's just like, this is a super fun experience when you have your rear tire sliding around in the dirt. You can't beat that level of fun. Like, all I can do on a super sport, all I'm limited to doing, me personally, okay, not the bike. I'll clear that up in case any riders happen to watch this. Any pro riders. I am personally limited to just street riding. I can't do anything special. But at some point, I am gonna go to a track. I don't know if it'll be here or when I go to another state. But I do know some people that are into the track scene that I can link up with. They'll help me out, help me get my feet wet if I decide to do it. But I definitely did buy this bike with intentions of bringing it to the track. It's just a matter of when I do it, and I will do it. And this is the most fun bike I've had so far of all of my bikes. There were things, now every bike I've owned has done something that I've really enjoyed, but this bike has just been the most complete fun package for me. We're almost there. And then I'll be able to check this footage, and I'll be so mad when this footage is aimed downwards and I'm not getting anything in front of me. Fingers crossed though. It was a nice ride, like traffic wasn't stupid. It was pretty smooth, so I'm hoping we got some footage, some content. Nothing going on the streets though, but it's just nice out. It's been nice these past few days. There's been some wind, and the weather's been like mid 70s. So to me, it's super nice. The bike doesn't get hot, but I mean, since it's got the full exhaust, the heat went way down to begin with. I think that the S1000RR is probably like one of the most comfortable, if not the most comfortable super sports. I sat on the ZX-10R and the Yamaha R1. And I mean, all super sports are uncomfortable, but I think that this one is like the best. So yeah. I wanted to sit on a Ducati or an Aprilia, but you know what? I'm ultimately satisfied that I got this bike because this bike spoke to me. You know, I was looking at other bikes, looking at other super sports, and like I said, I sat on a ZX10R, I sat on the Yamaha R1, but none of them like really spoke to me, you know. And I was doing it day after day after day. I went to a BMW dealership, and I did my research on these different bikes. Of course, it wasn't like totally blind, but my point is that I went to a BMW dealership, looked at this motorcycle, and I was just like sold. I didn't even really have to think about it. I sat on it, and I knew what the bike had to offer, and that was it. It was a done deal. I think I looked at it, and I want to say I bought it the same day. Yeah, it was cool. All right, well, we're here. Time to roll that beautiful footage. All right, peace.